Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good evening. Yeah, I'm sure you should have finished this first question, which I had shared on WhatsApp. So what are the coordinates of A, B, and C? Who can tell me? What are the coordinates of A, B, and C here? 3 questions were shared with you on WhatsApp. And I wanted you all to engage yourself working those 3 answers, in the time by which I could, join you in the class. Yeah. Now I'm expecting the answers or the answer to this question. What are the coordinates of A, B, and C? Yes. Speak up. Hitesh, Ananya, Harini, Sneha, Murali, Nandani, Netra, Pranav, Priyanka, Rajarajeshwari, Ramanathan, Shreyas, Tarun. Yes. What happened? Say something.
I started it a bit late, so I'm just doing this.
Okay. See, that's what I expect. That's what I expect. See, others. Yes, others. Nobody's worked it, is it? Yeah. Yes. No, you're not audible.
A is minus 2, 0.
Okay, A is minus 2, 0. All right.
B is 15, minus 6.
15, minus 1.
C is 1, 2.
1, 1, is it?
1, 2, ma'am. B is 15, minus 6.
6, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Minus 2, 0. Superb. I have 10, minus 6, probably some calculation error. And I have minus 4, 2. Maybe while transposing some plus minus error, you should have done. Otherwise, I don't think you would have done any major blunder in the answer. So while transposing, probably the signs for plus minus or minus plus, some error like that. That's why this negligible difference you've got. Please check. Yeah. So I'm sure you've understood the procedure very well, Ramnathan. Very good. All right. So children, you can see that D, E, and F are the midpoints of BC, CA, and AB of triangle ABC. So see the representation here, triangle ABC. D is the midpoint of BC. That order is very important. See, that order is important. D is the midpoint of BC. So D is the midpoint of BC. E is the midpoint of CA or AC. E is the midpoint of AC. And F is the midpoint of AB. F is the midpoint of AB. You should not change that. Take that information carefully. So mark off whatever was given. Now we need to find the coordinates of the vertices A, B, and C. So we do not know the address of the coordinates A, B, and C. So let's call them x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. So we know the coordinates of the midpoints of the 3 sides of triangle ABC. Given this, we need to find the coordinates of the vertices, the 3 vertices of triangle ABC. Very simple, just using midpoint formula. So let's take up the information one by one. You can see here, D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC. So by midpoint theorem, So by midpoint theorem, what do you have? How do you find the coordinates of D? How will you find the, see, the midpoint theorem, listen carefully, the midpoint theorem is used to find the coordinates of the midpoint. Is used to find the coordinates of the midpoint. All right, so that is to find the coordinates of D. That is to find the coordinates of D. So how will you find the coordinates of D? X2 plus x3 by 2, y2 plus y3 by 2. How do you find the coordinates of D? How will you find the coordinates of D? The x coordinate of D is x2 plus x3 by 2. And the y coordinate of D is y2 plus y3 by 2. These are the coordinates of D. Okay. So by the formula, these are the coordinates of D. But that is given to be equal to 3 comma minus 2. But we already know the coordinates of D, 3 comma minus 2. So we equate. So we equate these two coordinates, these two addresses. How do we find the coordinates of D using the midpoint formula? X2 plus x3, x coordinates divided by 2, y2 plus y3 by 2. So these are the coordinates of D. But we already know that the coordinates are 3 comma minus 2. So this is equal to 3 comma minus 2. So now equate. So the x coordinate is equal to the x coordinate. The y coordinate here is equal to the y coordinate here. So x2 plus x3 by 2 is equal to 3. And y2 plus y3 by 2 is equal to minus 2. When you cross multiply the respective equations, you get equation 1 and equation 2. You get this 1 and 2. So in the same way, take up the next one. E is the midpoint of AC. So by midpoint theorem, E is the midpoint. So by midpoint theorem, so to find the coordinates of E, you need to use the coordinates of A and C. A and C, because E is the midpoint of AC. So you'll have to use the coordinates of A and C. So the x coordinate will be, see, the formula is used to find the coordinates of the midpoint. So x1 plus x3 by 2, comma, y1 plus y3 by 2 are the x and y coordinates of E. But we already know that they are minus 3 comma 1. So equate. You'll get two other equations, which you can call them 3 and 4. And finally, we have F, the midpoint of AB. So by midpoint theorem, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2 are the x and y coordinates of F. But it's given to be 4 comma minus 3. These are the coordinates of F, the midpoint F. But we know that the coordinates are 4 comma minus 3. So both are the same. That's why we equate. Now equating the x coordinates, equating the y coordinates, and cross multiplying, we get equations 5 and 6. Now we have 3 equations using meaning involving x and 3 equations involving y. So here we have 1, 3 and 5. Equations 1, 3 and 5. They have x2, x3, x3, x1, x1, x2. And look at these equations 2, 4 and 6. They have y1, y2, y3 in them. So add equations 1, 3 and 5, which have only the x's in them. All right. So equation 1 plus 3 plus 5 gives, when you add, what do you get? When you add, you can write them one below the other if you want. See, you can. So it's like this: x2 plus x3 is equal to 6. You can just do it in your mind. You don't have to show this. This is, I've shown. See, no steps or no step or steps are omitted here, children. This is the way a student is expected to present. All right. So this is not the way a teacher works. This is, I'm a student. In this class, even I'm a student and I'm expected to work like a student. Yeah, if you want, you can show this, writing all the equations one below the other. All right, so x3 plus x1 is equal to minus 6 and x1 plus x2 is equal to 8. Write them one below the other, add x2 plus x2, 2x2, x1 plus x1, 2x1, x3 plus x3, 2x3. That's what is here. 2x1 plus 2x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 6 and minus 6 cancelled out. So is equal to 8 is equal to 8. You have to add the LHS and the RHS. The 2x1 plus 2x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 6 minus 6 plus 8 is 8. is 8. So take 2 common and you have this is equal to 8. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 8 by 2, which is 4. 8 by 2, which is 4. Now, in this equation, x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 4. We know that x2 plus x3. See, we want to first find x1, then find x2, and then find x3. Okay, any order you can find. I have found x1 first and then x2 and then x3. So to find x1, you'll have to substitute for x2 and x3. What is x2 plus x3? 6. It's 6. So x1 plus 6 is equal to 4. So x1 is equal to 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. Take up the same equation again. This equation. Take up the same equation again. I've written using 1 because this is 1. x2 plus x3 is 6. We have substituted that. That's what I mean by using 1. We have substituted this using 1. Now take up this equation again. See how I've written it? I've just changed the order. x3 plus x1 plus x2 is equal to 4. Same thing. The same thing here. Just change the order. x3 plus x1 plus x2 is equal to 4 because you want to find x2 now. All right. Now what is this x3 plus x1? x3 plus x1 is minus 6. Using 3, it's minus 6. So using 3, this is minus 6 plus x2 is equal to 4. x2 is equal to 10. On transposing, you get x2 is equal to 10. Like that. In the same way, find x3 children. In the same way, find x3. And again, in the same way, find y1, y2, and y3. So first you need to add the equations that have y in them. That is y1, y2, and y3. 4 and 6. Write the equations one below the other in the rough column. Do it fast, okay? So in the rough column, write the equations one below the other. And when you add the LHS, the terms in the LHS and RHS, this is what you would get. All right. 2 common and then 2 goes for division to the other side. And we have y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to minus 4. And the same way, substitute and find y1 first. See, I'm finding in the order so that we don't miss on anything, or we don't find the same thing again. So discipline, just maintain an order. So I have again found y1 first, then y2, and then y3. And then y3. So finding in this order will also help you to arrange the, the coordinates carefully. Okay, so when you find x1, x2, x3, and then y1, y2, y3, now it's very easy to arrange the coordinates. So what is the address of A? x1, comma y1, x1, comma y1, comma y1, minus 2, comma 0. What are the coordinates of B? x2, comma y2, x2, comma y2, 10, comma minus 6. And C, x3, y3, minus 4, comma 2, minus 4, comma 2. Yes, Ram, where did you go wrong?
I mean, calculation.
Or am I wrong?
I found out. I mean, calculation. Calculation only wrong.
Went wrong. You found your mistake?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. Any questions, children? Last class, towards the end of the last class, I'd given you a similar question. I'd asked with the answer. I'd asked you to take a screenshot and work that in your notebook. Okay, so responsible children, all of you are responsible. So I believe all of you have written, that one in your classwork. And if you didn't understand that day, I explained now. You can ask me any questions if you have. Any questions, children?
No.
Okay. All right. The next one, yeah. Is this the next one, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So the line joining the points 2, 1 and 5, -8 is trisected at the points P and Q. All right. Okay, so we these points are not named, so we'll call them A and B. A 2, 1, B 5, -8. This is trisected at the points P and Q. So P and Q. All right. If yes, if nothing is mentioned, you have to take it. It should be like this. Just a second. Just a second. Yeah, somebody had a question.
Not a question, ma'am. I didn't know and I got the answer as K is -8.
What's the first thing you said? -8 and?
Ma'am, value of K is -8.
Oh, the value of K is -8. Okay, let me check. Very good. It is -8. Very good. All right. So AB 2, 1, 5, -8. P and Q trisect AB. If P lies on the line 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. So this P lies on this line. So there's a line. See, P lies on AB. P lies also on another line. That means the AB and that line, they intersect at P. P lies on AB because P is one of the points of trisection. P is one of the points of trisection of AB. So P lies on AB. But it is given that P also lies on 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. How can P also lie on another line when it lies on AB? That means P is the point of intersection of that line and AB. Clearly, the coordinates of P will satisfy the equation 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. The coordinates of P lies on AB. P also lies on 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. We can find the coordinates of P using the ratio 1:2 and the coordinates 2, 1 and 5, -8. Using the section formula, using the ratio 1:2, we can find the coordinates of the point P using the coordinates of the endpoints A and B. So you will get something. Substitute that in 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0 because P lies on that line also. So the coordinates of P will satisfy that equation. So when you do that, you will be able to find the value of k. See here. Yeah, please take down, children. So because it's trisected, it's 1:1:1. You can see the ratio. So P divides AB in the ratio 1:2. Two parts, 1:2. 1:2. So use a section formula to find the coordinates of P. 1:5 plus 2:2 by 1+2. Okay, so that you should know. So the coordinates of P are 3, -2. Now, this should satisfy the equation 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. So substitute the values of x and y and find the value of k, -8. Section formula is all about remembering a couple of formulae, and everything is in the question. Now, if you are asked to, speak on a particular topic, maybe you have to prepare. But if somebody is going to ask you, if you have to introduce yourself, there's not much preparation involved there. Say you can talk in your comfortable language. So what you have to, think or prepare? You know yourself very well. Nobody knows you better than yourself. So you have nothing to prepare. Likewise, coordinate geometry also, there's really nothing to, practice or work hard or something. You need to understand the question. Like you understand yourself, you need to understand the question clearly. And those formulae, section formula, distance, midpoint formula. That's it. You remember those formulae and read and understand the question. See here, the question says everything. Believe me, it is that easy. See, trigonometry needs practice. So when compared to that, this does not need as much practice as you need to do with trigonometry. So make use of that. You can learn it in the class itself. You don't have to. Now, don't say that I'm not trying to say don't practice. That depends on how much you understand in the class. It is easy, relatively easy. Any questions, children? Please ask. Nobody asks anything. Why is the ratio 1:2? Why can't it be 2:1? Any questions? Finished writing, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I think this was the next one. Point P divides. Point P divides the line segment joining the points AB such that AP by BP is equal to K by 1. If P lies on the line X minus Y plus 2 is equal to 0, find the value of K. Yeah. Work, children, similar to the earlier one. Please try. Yeah.
I got 2/3, ma'am.
Andini, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Andini and Ananya get 2/3 for this. The value of K is 2/3. Okay. Yeah, right. Correct. Even I've got the same answer. Good. You can see the, representation of the information. A, B, there's a line P lies on that line also. P lies on AB. P also lies on that line. So that means P is the point of intersection of AB and that other line. Because P lies on two lines, one line segment and one line at the same time. P lies on AB, P lies on the line x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. How can it lie on two lines at the same time? So that means they intersect and the point of intersection is P. So by section formula, ratio k is to 1, find the coordinates of P. Because section formula, you can find the coordinates of the point of division. The point of division is P. P only divides AB in the ratio k is to 1. AP by BP. AP is k. BP is 1. K is to 1. P is the point of division. So you can find the coordinates of P using the section formula. This is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate of P. But since P also lies on this line, the coordinates of P should satisfy this equation. That means in place of x, use the x coordinate, and in place of y, use the y coordinate. Common denominator, I think I'll show you the step here. Place to right children. Please work it here. Okay, see, this one, no, I'm working it here. So 9k minus 1 by k plus 1 minus 8k plus 3 by k plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 0. Common denominator k plus 1. So 9k minus 1 minus 8k minus 3 plus 2k plus 2 is equal to 0. Because when you take the LCM, the common denominator, 2 is multiplied with k plus 1. So 2k plus 2, not 1, 2k plus 2. You'll have to multiply this with k plus 1. So when you cross multiply, k plus 1 into 0 is 0. So the numerator you have 9k minus 8k, 1k plus 2k, 3k, 3k. Then minus 1 minus 3 minus 4 plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. And children? No, I think no. Sorry. Finish writing, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes, children. So here, if the point P given by -1, 2 divides the line segment joining A and B in the ratio 3:4, find the coordinates. Find the coordinates of B. Find the coordinates of B. Yeah. So Netra, use the distance formula and tell me. Oh, sorry, section formula. Tell me how to work this. Yeah. Netra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Simply use a section formula.
M1 is 3 and M2 is 4, and we have to substitute X1 as 2 and X2 as X, and M1 plus M2 as 3 plus 4.
Okay, Netra, 1 minute. Let me just start like this. Which is the point of division?
P.
What is the x coordinate of P?
-1.
Okay, so I'll start by writing that x coordinate of P is equal to -1. But how do you find the x coordinate of P? What is the formula to find the x coordinate of P?
Midpoint.
Midpoint formula cannot be used here. The ratio is 3:4. P is not the midpoint of AB. What's the section formula? How can you find the coordinates of the x coordinate of the point of division? What's the formula?
M1 X2 plus M2 X1 by M1 plus M2, and
Oh, okay, that's it. No, I asked you only the x coordinate of P. Yeah, so M1 X2 plus M2 X1 by M1 plus M2. All right. I hope class can understand this. The ratio, if you take it as M1 is to M2, this is how it will look. Use whichever is comfortable for you. Mx2 plus Nx1 by M plus N, or instead of M is to N, if you use M1 is to M2, this is how the formula will look like. M is to N, M1 is to M2. Okay. Now, Netra, M1 X2 plus M2 X1 by M1 plus M2 is the formula to find the x coordinate of P. You understand
Yes,
that? Is equal to -1, correct? Is equal to -1. Now, what is M1?
3.
X2?
X2 is -1.
Minus?
One more.
From where did you get 1?
X.
X. Plus what's M2?
4.
X1?
Into 2.
M1 plus M2?
3 plus 4.
Is equal to -1.
Minus.
Now work this, tell me. 3x quick plus 3x plus
3x plus 8 is equal to -7. And
correct?
X is -5.
Yeah, correct. Now look at this one. and tell me how you should find y. In the same way, how will you find y?
I have to substitute the values in.
No, I don't want. No, no,
y.
no. How did we find y x? How do you? So what should be my first line here?
I couldn't get you.
See, how did we start? What is the first? What is this here? This is how we started to find x. Now, in the same way, how will you? Tell me y coordinate.
Y coordinate of P is 2.
If of P is equal to 2. Now, how will you find the y coordinate of P?
M1 applying the same formula and substituting the value of B.
Same formula means M1 X2, huh?
M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 by M1 plus M2
is equal to 2.
is equal to
Yeah, now what's M1?
3 plus 3 into 5. Sorry, ma'am. Y plus 4 into 5 by 3 plus 4
Is equal to?
is equal to 2.
Yeah, so 3y plus 20 is equal to 14. 3y is equal to minus 6. Y is equal to minus 2. Please work it like this only.
Yes, ma'am.
This is how you understand. This is how you should work. So x and y we got. So the coordinates of B. Coordinates of B minus 5 comma minus 2. Yes, Netra, I'll give you 2 minutes time. Now you have understood. Write down fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Netra. Is it over, children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah. If A, B, C are the vertices of a triangle ABC, find the length of the median through A. Find the length of the median through A. Priyanka? Yeah, we need to find the length of the median through A. Median. So median is a line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So say it meets BC at D. D will be the midpoint of BC because AD is the median, length of the median through A. AD is the median through A. And D will be the midpoint of BC because median. Median is a line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so the first step is to find the coordinates of D using the midpoint formula. You know the coordinates of B and C. D is the midpoint of BC. So you should use the coordinates of B and C to find D because D is the midpoint of BC. So use the coordinates of B and C and find the coordinates of D. And then we need to find the length of the median through A. The length, meaning you should find the length of the line segment AD. Distance formula. You should find the length of the line segment AD. Distance formula. Root of x2 minus x1 the whole square or square root of difference between the abscissa the whole square plus difference between the ordinates the whole square. That's all. Do it and tell me. Oh my God. So the length of the median AD is 5 units. Length of the median, that means length meaning distance formula. The median is AD. So using the distance formula, you should find the length of the line segment AD. For that, you should know the coordinates of A and D. You know the coordinates of A. You do not know the coordinates of D. So you must first find the coordinates of D by using the midpoint formula, and then find the length of the median AD using the distance formula. Any questions, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay. See, one more thing is now, see, don't this doubt, the meaning you shouldn't get caught with this doubt. Now, when you use the midpoint formula, you've called this one as x1, y1, and this one as x2, y2. Now, in this formula, when you say root of x2 minus x1 the whole square, don't substitute these values. While using the midpoint formula, we use the midpoint formula first. X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So there because D is the midpoint of BC, B is x1, y1, and C is x2, y2. And once you use that formula and get the answer, erase that x1, y1, x2, y2. When you're using another formula, x1, y1, x2, y2 will be different. Erase that. As soon as you use the midpoint formula and get the coordinates of D, erase that x1, y1, x2, y2. Now start afresh. Now you'll have to use a distance formula to find AD. So A is x1, y1, D is x2, y2. Or D is x1, y1, A is x2, y2. So just because you marked x1, y1, x2, y2 here for the midpoint formula, don't substitute the same values here for x2 and x1, y2 and y1. That which you mark, x1, y1, x2, y2, once you use the formula, it's gone. That's all. It goes away. Again, for the next formula, mark it again accordingly. So for one, to answer one question, you might be taking different things as x1, y1, x2, y2. That's fine. That's how it is. All right. Next one, children. We'll do. Okay, we'll do this. Yeah. 3 vertices of a parallelogram are given. Find the coordinates of D. No, I'm like confused how to work it for you. 1 minute. Let me not do this. So children, since O is the midpoint of both AC and BD, you can find the coordinate of O using the midpoint formula, using A and C as well as B and D. But both will have the same address because O is only 1 point. It can have only one address. But you can find out using BD and AC. So how will you find the coordinates of O using BD? Using BD, midpoint x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So 3 plus x. O is the midpoint of BD. BD. So B and D you must use. So 3 plus x by 2, 6 plus y by 2 will be the coordinates of O. How will you find the coordinate of the same point O using A and C? 1 plus 5 by 2 minus 2 plus 10 by 2. Because O is the midpoint of both BD and AC, you can find the coordinates of O using B and D or A and C. Both will have the same address. Both will give you the same address for O. That's why we're equating. That's why we're equating, because this address will be equal to this address. On equating, so then you get this is the x coordinate is equal to the x coordinate. The y coordinate is equal to the y coordinate. So working that, you get the values of x and y, and hence you can frame the address of D. Is it fine, children? Not fine, huh?
1 minute more.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, children. So try the third subdivision. Try the third subdivision. Yeah, you can see the answer here, but please work and get that answer. Yes. Got that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, please work. Yes, yes. You need help or you're working?
Working.
Okay.
Ma'am, I got the answer, ma'am.
Tarun Murali, very good. Is it possible for you to take a picture of your answer and put it on WhatsApp with me now?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Be happy to see you're working. Send it right away.
I too got it, ma'am.
Very good. That was Harini. Yes,
Yes.
I've got Tarun's photo. Very good. Tarun Murali. Yeah. I don't know if it is Sneha or Amrita. I'm sorry, Sneha or Harini.
Harini, ma'am.
Harini, all right. Correct, Harini. Good, Harini. Tarun Murali. Rajeshwari has sent. Rajeshwari, correct? Ananya, good. Yeah, very good. Tarun Murli, Sneha, Rajeshwari, and Ananya. Very good. All of you got it right also. Yeah. So, oh my. A is A plus B, A minus B. A plus B, comma, A minus B. 2A plus B, 2A minus B. A minus B, A plus B. So let this be something like X comma Y. So we'll first find the coordinates of, O using BD. X1 plus X2 by 2. We're finding the coordinates of O using BD. So X1 plus X2 by 2. 2A plus B plus X by 2, comma 2A minus B plus Y. Y1 plus Y2 by 2. Now we'll find the coordinates of O using A and C. So this is X1 plus this is X2 by 2, comma Y1. This is Y1 plus Y2 by 2 by 2. So this gives you minus B plus B. Okay. So 2A plus B plus X by 2 is equal to, what do you get here? 2A by 2. Okay, let's do that. A minus B plus Y by 2 is equal to, what do you get? 2A by 2, which is A, and 2A by 2 again, which is A. I'll continue here. So 2A plus B plus X by 2 is equal to A. On cross multiplying, 2A plus B plus X is equal to 2A. So 2A on either side gets cancelled. So you get X is equal to minus B. Similarly, 2A minus B plus Y by 2 is equal to A again. So 2A minus B plus Y is equal to 2A. 2A on either side gets cancelled. So you get Y is equal to B. Therefore, the coordinates of the minus b comma b. Take down, children. Completed, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Please try these sums as homework. Take a screenshot. Yeah, that's all. Just this one. Children, I just have a question to ask you. Just check with your parents if I don't know, how many of you have early dinner or you people eat around 9:30, 10. I don't know. Just check with your parents if we can have this class from, 8:15 to 9:45. Maybe you can finish your dinner and take up this class, 8:15 to 9:45. I'm actually, I have some elders at home at the moment and, like I need some time in the middle to serve them dinner. So I'm just sharing my, something personal with you. So that's why I'm just getting late for this class. If you can cooperate and have the class from 8:15 to 9:45, maybe you can also finish dinner and take up this class. So let me know in the next class, or you can maybe you can all text me on WhatsApp if it's okay to have the regular class from 8:15 to 9:45. But I suggest all of you finish your dinner by then. Finish your dinner and then take up the class. 8:15 to 9:45. Just check with your parents and text me on WhatsApp. If you can do that, it will be really convenient. Yeah, somebody answered now.
Yeah, ma'am. Harni Sneha.
Is it fine, Harni and Sneha?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Netra also, is it?
Yes, ma'am, I'm fine.
I'm also fine with it.
Even I
Tarun,
am fine.
Ram, Ananya, very good. Thank you so much for the response. Then Murali, Nandini, you can check with your parents because working parents dinner has to be ready at that time. So I know all that. So you please check with your parents and let me know. No, see, 8:30 to 10 is also fine with me. But I don't know if your parents are okay with, having a class till 10 in the night. For me, that's also fine. 8:30 to 10 is also fine. 8:15, any time after 8:15 is fine with me. 8:30 to 10 is also fine with me. Just check. I think 8:15 to 9:45 will be, more, it'll be better than 8:30 to 10. But for me, it's okay. The others who have not responded now, kindly text me if you have any inconvenience in having the class from 8:15 to 9:45. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. Good night. You may leave the call.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, children. Good night.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Good night.